Hey, my name is Thomas and today I've got something again very special for you. The new 7Artisans 4mm 2.8 fisheye lens. This thing does circular fisheye images with a field of view of 225 degrees. That means you will gonna see me a lot like this today, so I don't have my own shoes on my photos. Super excited to give this a try. Let's have a go. I can take videos with this thing, but the fun fact is you will always see my feet on it. I don't know how to avoid that. Let's try a brick wall shot for sharpness, but maybe it's not going to work out. I mean, can try this, but I also can go closer. You can go, by the way, very close, like this close. And now you're on open aperture and I focus to here, so everything like here will be sort of bokeh even. But in terms of sharpness, I don't think a brick wall shot makes any sense here. At f8 everything looks pretty sharp, and at f2.8, well, it depends on where you focus. It helps to be inside the scene. You shouldn't take something that's far away, that's for sure, but if you're like immersed in something, then it delivers really cool images. In terms of finish and handling, this is of course your typical 7Artisans fully manual lens. That means, for example, no electric contacts. Comes for APS-C and also for micro four thirds. Manual focus ring sits in the front, goes down to 8.5 centimeters, which is supposed to be from here, so you're really close to your subject. I just showed you an example. Stepless aperture from 2.8, f4, 5.6, 8, 11 is not marked, and then 16. And it has this little nice pin here, so you can move the aperture ring. And remember, after you've focused and set your aperture, get your hand out of the way, because the lens really will take a picture down here, here. A lot of stuff will be on the picture, believe me. The lens element, of course, doesn't take any filters. That's not possible. And it comes with a nice felt. There's felt inside, metal lens cap that just goes on like this, but it's a little bit sometimes like this. But yeah, it fits well. And overall, it's a very small lens, very, very well made. Typical quality, nothing to complain here. This lens is just, it works like the world is a sphere. You get like, you're inside a globe and that's the world. It doesn't take anything like normal photos. I know there are some really good uses for that, like maybe drone flying or 360 videos where you can defish the photo with a special software and then later change your perspective or something like that. But I'm more using this as an arty fun lens because I'm just a photographer and I want to find out what I can do with it. So for example, now we are standing under the bridge and I just do this. And you don't even recognize it's a bridge. It looks like, I don't know, some weird alien shape. I'm standing literally under this huge building, and in this photo it's just something very small in a way. Also super fascinating. Okay, so there's an issue with the automatic exposure because so much on the frame is black, the camera tends to overexpose. And the thing is, you can compensate. Like now I go on -1. But whenever I zoom in to focus, now it calculates the exposure based on the zoomed in part and it goes very dark. And now you see that? Dark. Zzz. And to avoid that, it's better to just go on manual exposure. Set the exposure like this, and now when you zoom in, nothing happens. So my advice is use this lens with in manual mode. One thing is that I noticed is when you take a picture at the circular border around your actual image, it doesn't look very tidy. There's some aberration going on. You always see a colorful fringing, and then there are sometimes these arcs around your pictures. They're also very colorful. If you want to have it more clean, you have to use Photoshop and maybe make a mask around your actual image. So it can be solved. I show you the images as is because this is a lens review. It's maybe a small issue and you maybe want to correct it in post-production in Photoshop. Time for the verdict. It's not going to be a very technical one. Basically, this lens is without any alternatives. If you're shooting APS-C mirrorless cameras, this is the only game in town for a 225-degree circular fisheye. If you're shooting micro four thirds, it's about the same. So either you want a lens like this, you need a lens like this, you have a special use case for it, then get it. It's only $149, I think. Pretty cheap. Very good mechanical quality, which was to be expected. This is a typical 7Artisan lens. The optics seem to be good to me, but it's not like I can compare it to a lot of other lenses. Look at my images. One thing I notice is, of course, if you're shooting this on APS-C, there's a lot of black, so the actual image that you get is sort of just a circle. So even when you've got a 26 megapixel sensor, the image itself is maybe 10 megapixels or something, you know, the circle. But that's, yeah, part of the design. It can't be done otherwise. So, do I recommend this lens? If you want one, if you need it, if you want to have a lens like this, then yes. If you don't see a use case, maybe give it a try or not. I mean, it's up to you, really. This is a very unique lens and does what it's supposed to do very well. That's it for today. I hope you found this interesting or maybe even useful. If you did so, then please leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. I appreciate your support. And also, if you've got any questions or comments, write something in the comment section below. I love to read all your comments and I will happily answer every single one of them. So I hope you have a great time, live long and prosper, and I see you in the next video. Bye.